Sometimes we have to have conversations, and sometimes those conversations are not always nice, and sometimes they're not always ideal. Sometimes they're controversial. Sometimes some of those conversations you need to give people tough love. Sometimes people need to really think about the things that they say and really understand just the circumstances around them. And that's why today I want to have a conversation basically about depression, right? And because the reason why I want to talk about this is because a lot of times we especially now, I've noticed that it has become a popular trend to claim that you're depressed or to claim that you are, that you have a mental illness. It has become like, what would you call it? Like a badge of honor, I guess. And I just think that that's really interesting as somebody who actually kind of, does struggle with that and has struggled with that for a long time and fights to overcome that. I just don't understand why people just wear it like a badge of honor, and for lack of a better terms, they just use it to excuse their bad behavior. Let's just be real. A lot of these people, they just want to behave however they behave. They want to do whatever they want, treat people however they want. And then when they're confronted about it, or when it's accountability time, they want to scream, "Oh, my mental illness. Oh, I was depressed. Oh, I'm going through this. I'm going through this." And I just want to be clear. I'm not here to say that people don't go through depression and mental illness and all those types of things, but I think that people need to learn and really make a distinction on what they mean when they say that they're depressed. Being depressed is not just you waking up and feeling sad, or you going through something and you feeling sad. Depression is a feeling of hopelessness. That's a hope. It's like a severe feeling of hopelessness, and it doesn't just manifest in just you feeling sad or you feeling not doing this. It could be anything. You could be isolating yourself and just doing things like immersing yourself in video games. You could be immersing yourself in escapism, music, arts, sports, drugs. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't just manifest itself as just you feeling sad. And so I think that a lot of people need to really understand what they're saying when they say that they're depressed. Because I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but a lot of people, and I'm just going to say it. A lot of people are really not depressed. They just need better experiences. And that's what I want to focus on, because let's just be honest. A lot of people are not depressed. They're in bad situations. When you look at the average income of households, under 40K. Women, it's like 36K. Then you look at cost of living. Most people cannot afford to live. They can't afford to live comfortably. If they have an emergency, they are SOL. We're not living in the times where 50 and 60K or 70K is enough for you to live, for you to raise a family, for you to do all these things. A lot of people, you're not just depressed just because you have a mental illness or you have a chemical imbalance. You're depressed because you're in a bad circumstance. You're going through stuff. You struggling to live. You struggling to survive. You live in a bad environment where you're struggling to survive. You don't have a mental illness. What you need is to change your environment, to have better experiences. A lot of people are, let's just be real, you're not depressed, you're just broke. You want to talk about depression? Be able to fly out to the Bahamas at the drop of the dime. Say, oh well, I'm not gonna be you say, well, I don't like how this weather is. I'm just gonna spend the whole summer in Bahamas. I'm just gonna go to Hawaii. I'm just gonna go here. Can you do that at the drop of the bat and be able to live? Come on. And I already know the people in the comments, you gonna be like, well, are you like that? Are you? No, motherfucker, no. That's why I know. I'm speaking from experience. You're struggling to live. You're struggling to make it. You don't know how you're gonna do this. If something bad happened, then guess what? Everything that you've been working for is just gone. It don't mean you have a mental illness. It means that you need to have better experiences. Let's just be real. Let's just be real. You're not depressed. You just need to be better in life. Or you just need better outcomes in life. But I'm about nuanced conversation because let's just be honest. It's not that simple. It really isn't that simple. On paper, it seems black and white, and practicality wise, it is black and white, but it's not that simple because we're human. I'll use myself as an example, right? If I'm depressed because I've had bad experiences, right? And I'm using myself as an example because that's how I was known, especially in high school. Depressed, the depressed ass nigga. That's what they called me. So, if I'm depressed because I'm having bad experiences, the bad experiences trigger depression, right? Those bad experiences because I'm depressed, bad experiences cause me to feel depressed, right? So if I'm depressed, then because I'm depressed, I then radiate negative energy, which in turn causes negative things to come out and come back towards me. That's what I'm calling the misery cycle. That's what I'm calling the misery cycle. It's where, because bad things happen to you, you radiate negative energy and therefore you return negative things back to you. So now it becomes now you're in a situation where it's like, well, what came first, the chicken or the egg? Because as long as you continue to push out negativity is gonna come back to you. But the negative experiences happen, so it's not like you just negative. It's not like you're negative just because. That was one of the things I used to always talk about when I went to therapy. And it was like, what was the point? Because so much of the time is spent trying to figure out and trying to combat negative thoughts that I have. And the negative thoughts are a result of negative experiences. But the question is, how long are you gonna sit there and just dwell in that? How long are you gonna sit there and dwell in that? I got tired of it, and that's just me. I got tired of it. You have the power to control whether you just sit around in your depression. Start creating better experiences. For me, I just happen to figure out it's my circumstances. If I can do the things that I want to do, then I don't have to worry about being depressed. Maybe that's not the solution for everybody, but if you're so busy doing things that you enjoy and that you're doing things that are productive, do you really have time to sit around and be depressed? Sometimes you gotta force yourself. You literally just gotta force yourself to do stuff. But I don't want to just sit here and just minimize people that go through stuff. I get it, but you have the power. You can control whether you sit in that, whether you claim that, whether you're a victim or not. You can control that. I'm not saying there ain't gonna be bad days. I have bad days all the time. But I'm like, I don't just sit around in my misery. Like, come on. Let's just be for real. The people that worry the most, that are the most focused on mental illness should be the people that can afford to do something about it. All these people, if you claim that you're going through mental illness, then guess what? How are you going to do anything about it? How are you going to do anything about it? The first thing you need to worry about is improving your circumstance. Because guess what? If you need to go to therapy, therapy costs money. You gotta pay for that. If you're struggling, is that really gonna be on the top of your priority? Is that gonna be on your priority list? I'm just saying. A lot of people are not depressed. They just need better circumstances. I use money because that's what I care about. But I'm just saying, like, it could be anything. Women that are depressed because they ain't finding what they looking for. Maybe. Just saying. Like, I don't want to minimize what people go through. I'm just saying, like, if you have better experiences, those positive experiences can minimize the negative thoughts. I'm not saying that they'll disappear completely, because I haven't figured out how to make them disappear completely. But I also know that the more positive experiences that I have been creating for myself, more positive interactions with people, it gets easier to deal. It gets easier to cope. And if I can do it, then you can do it. I'm JayyRedd Unfiltered. I'm signing out.